Hey guys, welcome back to the Kampai Sugai podcast. Guys, I am fucking stoked today because first off, fucking voice is shot right now. So I'm really straining myself, but you know what?
We're gonna have some fun.
We're gonna have some fun. We got some fun guys. We got some really funny guys here today, man. Got some successful YouTubers. Oh, you guys are up and coming, but
We coming.
I think you guys are successful though. You know what I mean? It takes a lot to put yourself out there. So, guys, I want to give a round of applause for Caleb and Chevy from Fish N Grillz. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us. Glad to be here.
Sure.
Of course, bro. Hey, I feel like this is a long time coming. You know what I mean?
Oh, no,
Definitely.
Yeah. So first off, I want to talk about your YouTube channel. Like, how'd you guys get started, and like, how's it going so far?
There's a sad story and there's a happy story to it, right? So the happy story to it, I had an idea. I called him up because I already knew he was in the media side. I'm like, okay, with the idea that I had with the catch and cook side of it, hey, I have someone. I know someone that could film it and edit it because he actually done some editing videos for me before when I was in training and stuff.
Okay.
So I'm like, yeah, he's the perfect guy for it. So I called him up like, hey, let's meet up and let's try to talk this thing out. And at the same time, he was actually looking for a new venture.
You know, I was on my way trying to transition to something new. You know, I was going into catch and cook, trying to teach myself and show people about it.
He was trying to learn how to dive. I was trying for like a whole year to link up with him to like kind of show him, right?
Yeah, back and forth, you know. Missed opportunities back and forth for about a year.
So we went a few times, and then like finally, just like I called him like, I have this idea. What do you think? And then we started meeting up. I think it was like I was in recovery at that time too. I just had knee surgery. I was like literally stuck to my bed for like 8 weeks. So for those 8 weeks, while I'm recovering, he was to come over to my room. Would have these big poster boards, just writing out ideas on.
Yeah, both of us were in a moment of transition, so we're looking for something to do with our strengths. You know, like I do a lot of digital media production. Been doing that for about 20 years, and he's been diving and all that stuff for about 20 years too. And he was thinking about doing something.
20 years.
About, I mean, pretty much.
All
right?
20 years, he was diving. Yeah.
20 years.
I mean, since he was a kid, that's where he grew up on. But I mean, we figured we're, you know, trying to venture into a new journey, and at some point it just clicked that, you know, like we could use each other and need each other to progress together. You know, with his skills, my skills, both of our skills combined, and that's how we started. Right, the first few months was it like we planned out everything for like
it was
3 or
just
4 months before we launched our channel.
Yeah, we still have every single one of those poster boards, all the ideas that we had out. We still have the stack of it, and then we'll go back to it once in a while. Like, hey, what ideas have you missed, or what what some of the things like there's some stuff on there that we haven't really tapped into that we're looking to have more opportunities to
like
go.
we put out a time frame, you know, month by month, year by year, and we did that about 3 years ago when we started. And everything's been slowly coming to pass, slowly but surely. You know, we wanted to create the foundation for our channel and then expand upon that.
So like a lot of things we've had hit over the past years. There's a lot of things that we still have yet to hit, but there's still targets in our goal set. So, you know, we're still on that journey, we're still on that path, and I would say the success that we have between us is that we've lasted this long. Right, we started ending of 2019, right before COVID hit. That's when we actually got started. That's when we had our YouTube launch event, January 2020, and throughout
like a month
COVID,
or two before the pandemic rules and everything.
When everything hit, and so like we would say our success comes from the yin and yang that we have. Like there'll be times where like he's in a dark shell and I gotta help motivate him. And there'll be times where I'm in like a dark shell dealing with life, and he'll motivate me, and like he'll call me up, hey, have you done this? And so like the fact that we're able to bounce energy off each other throughout is why we've lasted as long as we do. And
also to space out the workload in a sense, you know, like we do different things, so you know, we just basically space out the work and then make it work.
Yeah, it's a good yin and yang. It's been a good partnership, so that's why it's lasted the way as long as it did.
So what's the sad story to it? Because we heard the happy, but you're already telling us about the sad stuff.
Okay, so maybe it was like around July. So I used to work for this car dealership, and I got close with some of the bosses, some of my other workers, and then from the car dealership, I went to the gym. So I started working out at the gym.
Okay.
And then I got hurt beginning of 2019. So while I was hurt, I was going diving a lot, right? Doing recovery and stuff. And a lot of my old coworkers from the dealership was like, hey, I seen you going diving a lot. We just picked up some gear. Go show us how to dive. So there's 2 guys that I was taking on a regular basis. Like, they were getting good too. Like, they got like $1,000 guns and, you know, all the best stuff.
Yeah.
So I was taking them out. And then July, I took these guys out to a spot. And then we actually came into a shark encounter. It was like a 15+ foot tiger shark. She was friendly. She was friendly. She didn't attack nobody. So she surrounded us for about 10-15 minutes. And then so I signaled to the 2 guys I was training. I signaled to them, hey, head back to shore. I'm gonna make sure to keep the shark at bay. So while they're signaling to shore, I was chasing the shark. I went back to go check on them. One of them was like, he was okay. He's panicking, but he was okay. The other guy, he was sinking already. He panicked. He drowned.
Shit.
So I actually had to drag his body back to shore, where he didn't make it. But I was fortunate enough to save his body. So with these 2 other guys, we had the idea of having like more like a tour rather than, right? So it was like, oh, taking people out, show them how to shoot some fish, whatever. So that's the idea that we've had, us 3. And then, so yeah, after I lost my friend, that's when I went to my second surgery. And through my second surgery, that's when I had the idea, okay, not take people out, right? There's a lot of liability.
Yeah.
I just lost my friend, right? But show people how to catch and cook. So that's where the idea kind of originated from, having the idea of tours, diving tours, and then, okay, switching over to catch and cook. So that's kind of how that transitioned from that time. So that was July 2019 when I lost my friend, Chiwa. So.
Should rest in peace.
Yeah.
That's freaking crazy because I saw that reel, the one you were talking about, the 50-foot tiger shark.
That was the same
Same shark.
Same shark.
So she's a regular to that area. So it was actually in that same area where I took my
we've been
friends
getting
out.
comments on our page about they've been seeing that same shark, or they've heard stories about it for like over 50 years now, something like that.
She's been around west side, north side of Hawaii.
Yeah.
And what, tiger sharks live up to what, like 80 years, something like that?
Something like that, yeah. They in the water.
But yeah, I mean, it's a historical creature in our waters, and I guess the scarback.
Scarback.
The shark's hunting grounds is what, north and west, so northwest. So that's usually his territory from like Haleiwa to Waianae side. It's a lot of people have been saying they've been seeing her around for a while.
Yeah, she's friendly. She never attacks nobody. She's friendly around humans.
Yeah, that's subjective, I guess.
Well, they just kind of they're kind of playing, if you think about it, right? But then if you get caught, then it's just like
I think it's
a dangerous game.
An authority check,
Yeah.
Like if it's like a dog, I guess. If you're around a shark, making a lot of waves, freaking out, your heartbeat's going up. Then you seem more like not an apex predator, but if you're calm, I mean, you should be telling us, like, how do you stay calm in front of the shark?
Well, it's like, when you panic around a shark, right? First of all, being in the water, when you panic, you lose buoyancy. That's how people drown, right? So when you see a shark, is staying calm. That's easier said than done, but staying calm, that's the best thing you should do. Yeah, not only to save yourself, but to let the shark know, hey, I'm not afraid around you, right? Because
or you're not attacking.
Yeah,
you're hostile.
Yeah. So I've come across many sharks, and people tell me the same thing. Are you scared? Yeah, I get scared. Those things got teeth. I like my legs.
Yeah.
I like having my legs attached to me. Those things are like.
Yeah, you like living.
Yeah, exactly, right. So those things have the ability too, right? But like at the same time, it's like they're not there looking to eat people. They like eating fish just like us. Right, so just when you see them, stay calm.
Yeah, don't be a weirdo in the water and wiggling around. And stuff.
Right, yeah. So stay calm. Yeah, for me, I like to show my presence. Right, like I'm gonna swim at you. Not like flexing, but it's like it's like flex on them, right?
What's up, boy?
The only apex over here. But I like to swim towards it, and then if it like checks me out, then I'll like, what's up, But if it swims away, then it's like, okay, he's just cruising by, right? But that's for a lot of people, first time to see a shark, oh wow, I'm gonna die. So yeah, for me, I've been diving long enough. I've came across many sharks. I think the first time I saw one, I was like in like middle school or like beginning of high school. I think it was like 4 or 5 feet of water, 6 foot bull shark in the shallows. Yeah.
Oh shit.
And then I was panicking, swimming back to shore, and I look up. Where's my dad? Right? I was diving with my dad a lot back then. And my dad, shark. Oh, okay. I see you back on shore. I swim back to shore. I see my dad still diving. And then I get back to shore. I'm like, he's not scared of the shark.
Uncle, that's why never mind.
He probably never even remember all of that. He was like, oh shit, there was a bull shark yesterday? I don't remember any of that.
Oh wait, let me go find it. Let me find one more talk.
I feel like it's just a respect thing, you know, like you respect anything in the ocean, like the vibrations come out, I guess the animals can vibe it out. But I mean, you know, there's one perspective too, where if you encounter a shark, you don't want to necessarily feed them your fish if they're coming around. Because like some shark tours, they kind of make them too comfortable. But if you can fend off a shark, you know, don't give them your catch, then that's, I guess, good in a sense where you're not training the shark to come eat the divers' fish and stuff. But, you know, like if it's for your life, you know, sometimes you got to sacrifice, you know, maybe put out a fish to them, get them away. It's all subjective in the time.
They look up,
do what you got to do.
Yeah, I got
do what you got to do.
I've gotten taxed a couple of times.
Yeah, that's the thing about sharks. Like, I mean, like, I think people don't understand. Like, if it's someone like trespassing on your own property, then like, of course, people like if you see someone freaking out, I'd be like, fuck, I'm gonna knock this guy out. You know what I mean?
So the shark, territorial.
The shark's probably thinking the same thing. Like, oh, there's a guy coming in. He looks a little crazy. You know, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna
a foreigner or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I'm gonna nibble at this guy. What am I gonna do? Slap him? You know what I mean?
That one story, I guess, maybe a couple months ago on Maui. There's a couple out in the water. I guess they're an elderly couple. Like, I don't think they're locals or anything, but they were freaking out. And then I guess the husband went back to the shore to get help, but the wife, I guess, got took or whatever. I'm not too sure on the full story, but I mean, it suggests, you know, like if you're not from here, it seems like you'd freak out, but, you know, we're trying to give advice to not freak out. It's a hard thing to understand, but, you know, treat it like a dog, right? Like,
just be calm.
Like, show authority, don't freak out, don't splash, and you should be okay.
Show respect, you know what I mean?
You know, like, we hear a lot of stories from a lot of local, really good professional divers. They see them all the time, and same thing, too, you know, just respect.
Yeah,
Do you can.
Yeah, don't act all cocky out of it.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, how's this guy? Size him up, huh? You know what I mean?
Actually, on that note, I seen one because some people say like when the shark comes too close, poke him, you know, with your spear or whatever. But I recently seen a video, a guy poked the shark, maybe too aggressively, but the shark just came back and bit him. So, so in that sense, again, it is subjective how you handle and treat the sharks. I mean, do you agree with me, or like just respect for the most part? Don't be scared.
Yeah, just gotta be the same level, not over or under them. Just. Yeah, I'm here too hunting, you know, just chilling.
Yeah.
You know, if they get aggressive, then head back to shore. So.
I mean, a fucking guy came up with a knife, tried to stab me. Then we come back with come back with a fucking bat and
just bark at him.
Beat the shit out of him. You know what I mean? Like,
you know.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
Well, naturally.
I mean, that's the natural instinct, but like. That's pretty fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Like that encounter that you had.
Yeah, that's
it's not our world, you know?
Yeah.
You know, just like a lot of people's like, oh, did he get attacked? Like, no, he just panicked, right? So that's natural. You know, some people don't really realize the anxiety you get from that, and you know, going into the idea for the channel and stuff.
He had a heart attack, right?
Something this is not determined, but you know, and then going into the idea for the channel is like, okay, have this new idea. Instead of tours, let's do catch and cook. Okay, what can we do for catch and cook? And then, you know, growing up with the uncles and everything, you know, a lot of these undervalued fish, right? So that's kind of like the main point of the channel.
Trash fish.
Taking undervalued fish and making them into delicious, right? Because you see nowadays all the local divers, uhus, moos, you know, ukus, all these like top prize fish.
Yeah.
Right? So if someone getting started on diving is like, okay, I'm going to try to shoot these fish only. When we have over 100 different species, maybe over 1,000 different species of fish that's available to eat, right? For example, one of our main, I guess, fish is the Palani, Pualu, and then the Nai.
Kala.
So they're in a category called rubbish fish, right? It's this trash fish because like there's so much of them, and you know, but I talked to a lot of old timers. That's like their favorites. You know, a lot of them is like, oh, sika uhu. You know, but like one good sized kala or a palani, oh yeah, I throw them on a grill. You know, it's my favorite. So So the idea was to educate a lot of these divers, like even with our own friend group, is like, oh, what's the name of this fish? Oh, I don't know. It's like, it's a manini. Come on, it's a manini. Like, watch the channel, right? So like, you mean like
this goes on to like what we're like seeing. We're fulfilling a niche. We're not just top of the line spear fishermen or catching ahis, mahu, mahi-mahis.
Whoa.
Catching
Wait, in the water.
Wait, I have this joke. Okay.
Oh, fucking Kelsey's losing it over there, bro.
Oh no!
Holy shit!
We're gonna get canceled here. Damn it! That wasn't intentional.
No worries.
Wait, so a red parrotfish is called a red uhu, right? No, female parrotfish is red uhu. Male parrotfish, blue uhu. What is a purple parrotfish?
The mahu. I mean,
well, because like, okay,
you gotta explain that.
No,
joke.
fish education. Okay, this is some fish facts for you. Okay, so in a school of uhus, right, it's a mix of red and blue usually. Okay, so like a diver goes down and then shoots a blue uhu. So there's no blue uhus in this school. Right, there's a couple reds. The alpha red uhu will actually
real quick. The
transform.
blue is the male. I mean,
Yeah, male.
Technically the male, and the red is the female.
Right. So if a school is female dominant, the alpha female will actually transform into a male, just so it can mate with the other females.
So from the red to the blue, the red is the female, blue.
So
is
she'll
the male.
switch sides any kind.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, I'll go
As
next.
needed.
She volunteered. Hey, you guys like me,
I volunteer as tribute. So
I mean, it's as needed for the territory because they're also territory.
That's a survival.
dependent.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I guess on that note, we try to take more of the reds, the females, because then there's usually like one blue per.
There's usually, but like
one male that's just chilling by himself, like
no. So if
what's up, baby girl?
Like, what's the pronouns on them? Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, it's not okay, my bad. Oh, continue.
Well, because like for when I go diving, if I'm like targeting oohs, because people like to order that from me all the time. I like an ooh, okay, I'll pick up a few. So if I see a school with more than one blue uhu, then I'm like, yeah, I can shoot one, right?
Okay.
But I'll first target the red. I'll first target the red, but then if there's more than one blue and the blue gives me easier shot, then I'll shoot the blue. But if I've only see one blue, then I won't shoot it. And I think Maui passed the law where you can't shoot any blues.
Oh, really?
Right, and they're actually trying to bring that law to Oahu, like more stricter fish laws. So
I think we need that, at least for a limited period of time.
Yeah,
like,
some of these
they
guys
can do, like 6 months or a year at a time for not shooting the blues or whatever.
Yeah, like some of these guys, like down Waianae, they shoot like 10, 15, like uhus one time. Half of them is blues.
Anywhere, all where.
Oh,
They're not aware that the guy's just chilling over there, waiting for the girl to come out a perfect one.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, on our page, like some people say don't shoot the uhus, and we understand it too, but it also depends on the location, because some locations are abundant, and they are territorial, so they don't really spread out. So if you find a right area, then, I guess we see it deemable to take one or two, not too much blues, more reds, because, there's more of them. But yeah, I mean, it's a touchy subject, but as a sustainability thing, you gotta understand.
Yeah, the touchy.
Yeah.
The purple ones.
Oh.
The wahoo mahu.
Oh. That one gonna taste the best, yeah.
Oh, God. The mixed flavor.
Mixed flavor.
The mixed.
I don't know, the purple ones though. That's the hybrid, the in between.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's
Like,
the hybrid.
yeah,
They're like in between.
Yeah.
That's the mega alpha right there.
Loading, buffering sex.
Yeah, I mean. Okay, well,
That's the cyborg right there.
I mean, I feel like, do you know if the uhu is the only like fish to transition sexually?
Oh no, there's a few other species out there. For example, the wrasse, the Christmas wrasse that we shoot.
Okay, but that's part of the humphead family too, I guess.
So the
Humphead.
Okay, yeah. So,
Oh wait, hey, there's a bunch of horny guys thinking of these fish, huh?
something's fishy.
oh my goodness. So I mean, you go down the pyramid. So like the
humphead.
uhu, the parrotfish.
Yeah. So
Okay, you.
wait, so they're part of a classification of fish, right? So they're part of actually the wrasse family. The wrasse family has like 100 different species of wrasse, And then that classification has this. So there's the ember, the whiptail, the pananu. So in Hawaii we have actually 7 different species of uhu.
Wow.
Right, and then we all know about the whiptail. The one that we see is ember. The ember, also known as the whiptail down here. Then we have the fantail. That one's actually pretty common too. And then the pananu. The other ones don't get too big. You know, maybe like 1 or 2 pounds.
Pananus have a lot of different classes as well. Like it's the whole parrotfish family or humphead.
Yeah, so what you keep talking about the humphead, right? That one you keep finding.
I want to hit that one day, man.
You want to hit that one there?
Give it a couple of pumps, you know, eat that fish.
Big spank one there.
On this episode of Only Fish, featuring Caleb.
Only fishy over there.
My humphead. Stay tuned to see what we do with it. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Next.
Yes. But yeah, so there's other other species of oohs around the world. So the one that he keeps talking about, the humphead, that one is can found like in New Zealand, Australia. Those ones get like 30, 40, 50 pounds. Like even the Napoleon.
It's freaking huge.
Yeah, imagine stuffing that thing on
have a bump head or what? I guess bump head, hump head, whatever.
The big hump.
Like big the hump, bro.
Like the biggest parrotfish, you know, of this class is the humpheads, right? They're like
Napoleon rats.
Okay,
Napoleon rats.
Bro, drop kick that humphead, bro. Just to knock him out.
Big target.
Punch it.
Go need about 50 package of lobchang for stuff. 10 jars of mayonnaise.
So the biggest of the parrotfish grows up to what? Like
Napoleon rats is like this. And my dad went Christmas Island with Mike Sakamoto. We'll talk more about them later, but said that over there they raise them as pets. They said that some like 300, 400, 500 pounders.
Sheesh.
As big as one car. Like you go there, those things can swallow you. So so the village my dad was filming with, there's a couple that come into the bay that they feed them, and those things are just like as big as a Corolla kind.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Some dinosaurs.
Like, and then there's other parts.
What do they name them?
I don't know their names. Not Brianna.
Like
Big Mama.
I mean, the indigenous name.
Medea.
Humphead. Couple pump hump. What? I don't know. Just, speared a couple times and then pow. Like, got him. Maybe one day. I don't know. But speaking of the Christmas islands, though, they have like the crab run too. Yeah.
Oh, all those like tiny red crabs. Like when my dad went there, like. There's so much red crabs. They're like running on the roads. My dad was staying at this little motel over there. Says that the maid sweeping them out the whole motel every morning, sweeping them out. Yeah, but those are not really desirable. They don't really eat them. They're just all over the place.
Yeah, maybe speak on that. Like, your dad is your motivation for diving.
So like a lot of people ask me like, am I a chef? Like. Did I go?
Are you a chef?
Hey, but you learned a lot from the mom. So the mom's the cook.
Yeah, so like I learned a lot of recipes growing up, because when I was younger, I used to go to my grandpa's house a lot. They used to do a lot of catering. So I grew up like making like 100 pounds of skuluwao, 100 pounds, 200 pounds of kulu pigs, chicken long rice, lomi salmon. So growing up, I'm just like helping everyone cook, right? All these different dishes and everything, and pounding 200 pounds of taco every time. Over here, just, like every.
No wonder you was a center, bro.
Oh yeah, oh man. But yeah, just growing up, I just always was cooking. I was always around chefs and stuff. So
yeah, his dad's got a lot of stories from the old days.
And then I don't know if you guys know that guy Mike Sakamoto from Fishing Tales. So my dad filmed 6 episodes with him, and then like when I was younger, I looked at him as like a celebrity. Okay. Yeah. One morning I wake up, I go in my backyard, my dad's cooking, and I see outside Mike Sakamoto's cooking with my dad. So I thought I was still dreaming. Like I'm gonna go back to my room. I think I'm still dreaming, right? So I come back. It really is Mike Sakamoto. So he was real close to my dad, and then he taught my dad a lot of recipes and taught my dad a lot of different species of fish too. Oh, nice. For example, the hagi. Right, that's the black humu nuku nuku apua, right? The guy hagi, the guy hagi over there. The guy hagi, yeah. Pretty much. So the black humu, right? Everyone is like, oh, don't shoot those things, right? It's like, no, those things aren't good, right? The texture of a lobster and then like a real mild fish flavor to it. So you can do a lot of things with those fish. So that's just one of the species that I learned growing up that, you know, it's pretty good if you can prep it good, right? I was like, oh, I don't want to shoot those things. There's like a million of them out there. Why not? Yeah.
That's one of those fish that's like super undervalued. A lot of, I guess,
people just look over it.
Don't even go for it. You know, I guess they eat a lot of trash. You know, they're the cleaners of the ocean and whatnot, and they're really easy to shoot. But if you look into other countries, right, it's more of like a
delicacy.
Like
Mexico, they get their triggers come like maybe like 15, 20 pounders.
Nice.
Big, and then they make ceviche with it.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it's a very popular dish in Mexico, right? They have different species, but down here we have the hagi. You have the gray one, the one with the pink tail, but then all those ones, you know, taste similar.
These are all variations of the humu humu nuku nuku apua'a.
Yeah,
that one's the most like colorful one.
Yeah.
But then the hagi is a part of the triggerfish family. It's all black with armored skin. Then they got the pink-tailed hagi, and you know all the variations of the triggerfish. But I guess the state took upon it themselves to name the humu humu nuku nuku apua'a as a state fish. I'm not even sure if that was a legal thing. I heard like some rumors where it was just like a unspoken.
He was a crack addict guy that just was like he just saw the
don't touch that one. That one's mine.
He's like, yeah, that's my uncle. Yeah, don't touch him, you fuckers.
The rainbow.
Yeah, the rainbow flag.
I mean,
he was catching Mahu fish that day. He was like, yeah, that's my uncle right there.
Sounds racist. Black humus.
Get that's a great one, yeah.
But they get variations of humus. But the meat, I mean, we, you know, come to love. The meat's kind of like shrimp texture. It has like a snappy.
It's like lobster, shrimp. Has that real springy flavor.
Oh, okay.
Texture, and then the way we cook it, grill, make nuggets. You know, like even
nice.
It raw.
That sounds good.
So even like with fish like that, like an undesirable fish, a lot of people don't know about. Make it into like these delicious dishes. Like even with the video we just did with the pualu, like people think, oh, you shoot pualus, oh, you're not that good of a diver shooting all this easy fish. Like I shoot it because I know it tastes good, and yeah, it's an easy target, and then I'll shoot.
Oh, you're educating people too.
Right? Yeah,
that's basically our mission statement as far as we've been going so far. You know, to introduce people. Like if you want to eat, you know, these are edible fish. Like you don't have to be the most skilled fisherman or the deepest diver to get food. You can still get food in the shallows and, you know, fish that no one really wants, and it's still edible. You can
make them delicious. Yeah.
In some other countries, they are considered delicacies, like a triggerfish, which to me seems the most shamed fish to catch in Hawaii. But, you know, another thing we understand is that the further you go out, the cleaner they are, the closer to the shore.
It's subjective. It's subjective. But I mean, I've shot, you know, triggers from far out, triggers from way in. They'll test similar, and everyone has their own opinions about it. But, you know, we want to, you know, not only educate people what fish is out there, it's like the different types of ways you can cook it. Like, I ran into this one auntie, she's like, you know, my son brings him all these different kind of fishes. I don't know how to cook it, you know, until she started watching the show. It's like, you know, just simple, like different sauces we just put together, you know, just like most of our dishes is like trial and error.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, oh, what do you do if it's not that good? Like, we haven't cooked a dish yet that we just didn't like. Everything came out pretty good, right? So
I'm pretty experienced, too, in cooking, too, so have ideas of what tastes good. Yeah, so far we haven't really come across something that was nasty.
Yeah, they could put fucking peanut butter on fish. You know what I mean?
Hey,
you know?
That could be a good idea right there.
Hey,
PB&J with fish, son.
Huh?
We might try that. I don't know.
I'll join you guys.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, I'm gonna have to drink a little bit before I try.
Or what you could do is do like a stir fry with the jelly and then make it like a sauce with the peanut butter with some oyster sauce, some garlic, some ginger, and mix it up.
Zippy.
Yeah,
Don't they
like
put
Zippy's.
peanut butter
Yeah,
in their
exactly.
chili? Yeah. I figure, right?
Yeah.
So like make a sauce.
Ancient
put some
Chinese
peanut
secret
butter,
over there.
boom.
The fucking peanut butter in the chili.
Maybe on the next episode.
Hey, that was debunked. So I know the owners of Zippy's.
So,
the old ones, the founders.
Also,
Yeah.
traditional recipe.
Yeah, the traditional.
The peanut butter and the chili.
But there's no peanut butter.
How did they make it like that?
Is it peanut butter now?
No.
Is that miso or something?
Oh,
What is
so-
that?
Yeah.
What is that?
I made
He
one
didn't tell
chili
me.
and I did peanut butter and it kind of tasted like it.
It's weird. So he said,
So,
yeah.
but he actually talked directly to the
Yeah.
source.
He said
and
no.
they never put peanut butter in the chili. Oh, that's true.
Uh,
I debunked
It's
it
a
right there.
conspiracy right there.
Right there. I'm telling you guys right now. Breaking news. No peanut butter in the fucking Zippy's chili. Dog.
Facts review
What?
Right here on the podcast.
But it says like if you're allergic to nuts, whatever, and the description, right? Disclaimer.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, I don't know what that.
Maybe the new ones. Yeah, maybe there is peanut butter. Well, maybe select stores how they put peanut butter inside.
I seen in some disclaimer if you're allergic to nuts, there's like some nut product.
Maybe it's almond butter.
Oh,
no,
something, yeah.
Something else.
Secret recipes.
Subjective.
We'll figure it out one day. Chili fish. I don't know.
Yeah.
So how often do you guys dive or record?
So we don't have time. Usually, we don't have a set day. Yeah, sometimes we'll keep in touch throughout the week. And then like I'll hit him up and I'm like, hey, water's nice. I'm gonna go check out the water. And he'll be like, oh, I'm busy, whatever. But let me know what you catch. We go film it after. Like this past week, went diving. And like, hey, I got some fish. Come over. Let's film some reels. So we come over, we film. So his busy schedule, my busy schedule. We just try to make it work throughout the week. And there's no set thing or anything. Everything we just
going with the flow.
Yeah, going with the flow. Most times just kind of winging it, right? So.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah, so we try to make the best of the time that we have, and especially like tonight. Tonight was kind of planned out. It's like, okay, we're gonna meet this time and come here now and then. But like most of the time it's just like, water's nice, I'm going, you wanna come? No, okay, I'm going. Yeah. We can film whatever we catch after. So
most of the time it's him diving. That's like his skill. He knows what's up.
I shoot the fish. He shoots the fish, and then we both eat the fish. So it works. It works out. Yeah, there's nothing really set in stone throughout. Yeah, this whole channel, really. Yeah.
Yeah, just going with the flow.
That's good. I mean, that's like for me too. Like I just do it when I can. I mean, I schedule it for Thursday, Fridays, but like honestly, I'll if I find time, I'll make it. You know what I mean?
Like on our social media. I guess some people get the idea that we're, diving every single day. But that's kind of, I guess, how we portray it because we're a catch and cook lifestyle. But typically, we only dive maybe 2, maybe 3 times, sometimes 4 times a month, depending on the weather. But like one dive could provide enough like content to spread out for about a month. So there could be a long form, and then take a long form and then chop it up into like individuals and then spread it out.
And then like recently we've actually converted more into shorts rather than long. So we have a few long episodes that we filmed a few months ago still in the chamber, but we just started focusing more on these little shorts for Instagram. That's kind of been our main topic these past days.
Well, it's because we kind of noticed that I guess for our peak engagement times, it's more during summer, obviously, more diveable activities. So like during the summer is when we get the most, I guess, views in our long form platform, YouTube episodes, all that kind of stuff. So recently we, analyzing data, winter suggests, people are not watching our long form content. So now in the winter, we decided to make more comedy kind sketches or, present more
like
knowledge.
Seasonal stuff. Yeah.
But, like more fast form kind of stuff. So like comedy or information or, teaching technical stuff, like real shorts, all that kind of stuff. So we're doing that now, trying to pump it up for the winter time. And then as summer comes along, we're going to start doing more long form kind of stuff. I guess the engagement, summertime Hawaii, everyone's going more beach and stuff like that. Right now, North is kind of pumping.
Well, even now, I mean, freaking today was a huge storm, bro.
We were actually supposed to go diving early this morning. Then I woke up with that thunder. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that was the missile crisis. Dog,
that's all the idea, like, about the Ogo
so we was actually supposed to go pick Ogo today. So it's an invasive species of seaweed. So the seaweed that's in most
gorilla Ogo is invasive. Yeah.
So the seaweed that's in most poke nowadays, that's the call it like the thin one, right? The Asian one. So the gorilla Ogo is the same species, but it's thicker, way thicker, it's more crunchy.
Oh, really?
But the way it grows, it covers the reefs and it kind of slowly kills off like the coral and stuff. And then they actually, a few years ago in Kaneohe in the bay, they picked up like over 100 tons worth. They sucked it off they sucked it off the reef and said it was killing the reef and stuff. But I think just recently they figured out that it was edible.
They wasted all of it.
Yeah.
I mean, but we figured this out like a year or two, or probably longer than that, you guys or whatever. But I mean, it's so abundant. Like your dad was saying, they vacuum it all up. It's like waste. But I mean, if you can use it, you know, for edibility reasons, it's like free food. It grows way too much. It's an invasive species.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, we should be harvesting it as much as can, and it's like free food. It grows a bunch. It's invasive, so it's a win-win. And that's what we're off and on trying to introduce.
Yeah, so like in some parts, I found it more towards Kaneohe side, that right on the shore, it will grow like real fast. Like I'll pick at one spot, I go to another spot, and I'll go back to that spot a few months later. Like there's a lot again. So I'll pick it, clean it, and then we'll make like pickled ogo where we put it in poke and stuff.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
super good stuff. So that's one of great sustainability. You know, like helping the reefs out. Like even with like fish too, right? Some fish are invasive, right?
Yeah, side note, we failed today because we were going to go out, but the weather was bad, but we're going to bring back some.
Yeah, we're supposed to pick this morning.
The
Yeah,
next
Okay.
episode.
yeah. Next time we'll make some pickled ogo for you
No
guys.
worries. We'll try with the peanut butter and jelly.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
some of that guava jelly.
Yeah. With the purple uhu.
Oh, put some macadamia nuts on top. Oh, bingo bango.
Some Zippy's chili.
Pickle
Yeah.
mango.
Zippy's chili. Yeah.
Let's go.
Bruh. Create a new dish. Bruh, that'll be the new poke. Peanut butter poke. Boom.
The
Peanut
first,
butter
the
poke.
first failed dish on Fish N
Wait.
Grillz.
I don't know. It sounds better in my head, but.
Your humphead.
Yeah, well,
Oh, man.
humphead peanut butter poke. Boom.
Yes. But like, you know,
On the next episode.
but going back into that, you know, the invasives, right? A lot of fish are invasive too. The big controversy fish is also the roy, right? So that's one fish that we've had a lot of feedback from. Oh, no eat the roy, no eat the roy,
interesting.
right? It's like there was a spike in ciguatera from 2005 to 2010, right? So like
Explain the ciguatera fish poisoning. For
so
that, yeah.
ciguatera, I would compare it to salmonella, but with fur
Oh,
fish.
interesting. Okay.
Right. So ciguatera is it originates from plankton. So it's a bacteria that evolves and it lives with plankton.
It originates with toxins, but the plankton are the first to
Yeah.
the chain.
So they float with the plankton. And what fish eat plankton? Almost all the fish out there.
all
All the
fish.
herbivores,
Yeah.
you know,
So
the surgeon fish.
any
collards,
fish out there
etc.
will eat plankton, will obtain some form of this toxin, and then some fish obtain more than others. For example, the roy eats a lot of small fish, and then eating all the small fish that already
builds it
have,
up.
and it builds up in their system, right? And then that's why it's an invasive, because they came here, introduced here in the 1950s, and it took over our reefs, and it decreased the numbers of a lot of our local fish.
For those that don't know, the roy is the peacock grouper. It's like a spotted fish, and it has a really big mouth, so it eats a lot of our local fish, all the babies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And everyone's scared of, catching it.
Yeah, so there was a spike in ciguatera cases from the roy from this time to this time. But then there was little to no cases the past 10 years. Nowadays, a lot of people are catching ciguatera from uluas and kole and kala and even kumu. So a lot of other fishes have it too. Like we've actually just came back from a trip from Kauai. Went to Kauai.
This past summer.
Yeah, to go
Oh,
visit
nice.
to go visit one of our partners, La Morena. La Morena got
Lamaran spices. They
spices.
make some really good spices.
They've been with us from the
and-
beginning.
Shout out.
Shout out to
Lamaran
La Morena.
spices.
Like garlic spice and this garlic pakai and pepper. They have bouillon. They have barbecue rub, all kinds of stuff.
Good
Yeah.
Hawaiian, Mexican mix of
Best
sauce-
stuff. So
seasons.
they've been on us from the beginning. So we actually visited them later last year, and then they took us to a spot. We shot some coles and a kala. We all got
The
cracks.
thing was, is that, because we didn't know the area too well. So our idea was we were supposed to drop off some of Kai spears to a local shop.
Shout outs.
But yeah, another shout out to Kai Spears. I mean, is that okay?
no, fuck it, man.
But yeah, so we're on Kauai, but they were closed the day we're gonna go diving. So we're supposed to actually, we recommend seeking out the locals for local locations to dive at, which that was what we were supposed to do. But because we went there on a day that they were closed, we didn't have access to information. So we just figured, okay, drive around the island, find a spot. So we ended up north side of Kauai.
Princeville.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was a nice area, but I guess in hindsight, it's something we kind of knew, but we kind of, I guess, neglected to notice is that the runoff from the golf courses and the resorts.
Oh,
Typically you don't want that, but I guess in Oahu, some of the runoff areas are still okay.
Yeah.
But I guess in the future we learned that North has high rates of ciguatera.
So in Kauai, a lot of locals told us after, it's like that area is known to have ciguatera with any fish. So not just, a specific species. All the fish got it. Any fish you shoot from over there. So we went to this spot and we loaded up a stringer of coles and a shot of kala. We made some dishes with it.
The
It
coles
was all
are
delicious.
big.
It was all delicious. It was all good. The next day, it was like, so I went to go drink water the next day, and the water tastes like silver.
Oh.
So I thought that was the water. So I dumped it out, made a new cup of water, tastes like silver again.
Oh,
What do you mean, like licking a 9-volt?
Yeah.
Like something like that.
Oh.
Yeah. So I looked it up. It's like, signs of ciguatera. And then noticed everyone started getting the runs too. I'm like, huh.
Oh.
Yeah, first is like
Damn.
like pushing out all the fluids, and then like I guess symptoms include like a tingly tongue when you have you drink anything cold, then the tip of your tongue
Feels hot.
like
everything
tingles
switches.
and stuff like that. Your body feels weak.
Yeah.
Was
It
it like
attacks.
slightly like paralyzed? You feel like a little bit of.
It attacks your nerves. So
Okay.
I got like a serious mild. So
Yeah, I
Your
think
finger-
we're good in the. It wasn't too serious, but yeah, mild or like medium kind of symptoms.
I would actually compare it to COVID.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you've actually caught COVID together too.
That's another funny story.
Hey, me too. I caught COVID. Shout out to COVID-19.
The first generation.
Survived.
No.
We survived. But then so the symptoms are similar to COVID. Like you just feel real sick and tired. And then like my tongue, it just like it's hard to eat stuff because everything tastes like silver. So
So the first couple of days are really taxing on the body and whatnot. Like,
tired, yeah.
you gotta
Fatigue.
flush it out. You feel weak, feel like you have the flu. But like you were saying, the tingly feelings in the tongue, like our symptoms lasted for about a month. So like if you drink anything cold, your tip of your tongue kind of feels numb and tingly. Or if you drink alcohol, it's supposed to. I mean, that's kind of boosted it a little, or it kind of re-brought it back, at least for me or whatever. But I mean, I guess we're just lucky that we had a mild case, because we have had stories of people's nervous system like fully shutting down, like them getting it for like years.
So that's ciguatera explained.
Hey, from first-hand experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
It's like COVID.
yeah, definitely, yeah. So like with the Roy, everyone discards the Roy because of that fear of catching, COVID.
Yeah.
No, ciguatera.
The COVID fish.
The COVID fish.
But I mean, we caught it from the coles.
Yeah, we
which
caught
is
it from coles and
it's
kala.
a small fish, cole, yellow-eyed tang. It's an herbivore fish, but you
Oh,
would
kole.
subjectively see.
Yeah, it sounds like a set of cola. And you take it around.
You get it from the Oko. And that
Crispy
shit's
fried.
spicy.
Oh, cole.
But I mean, we got it from the fish that people would expected the least.
The cola fish.
The
Right?
cole fish, yeah.
The cole.
So cole is actually a highly priced fish in Hawaii. It's like, so, for like parties and stuff, like there's abundant of them, and you fry it, they call it the bacon of the sea.
Oh, okay.
So when you fry it, there's actually so much oil in that fish, it actually changes the color of the oil.
Wow.
So if you
That's
have
interesting.
so if
Turns
you have
orange, yellow.
So if you have a good batch of coles, your oil, good batch.
Have you ever had cole?
No.
Well, we'll
I'm
give
gonna-
you. Oh, are you gonna get some cole?
Yeah,
I
no
mean,
cole, yeah.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the cola.
Hey, thank us later.
Cole was delicious. Extra jelly.
But on that note, it's a traditional fish. You guys.
Wait, so so it changes color when you
Yeah,
cook
so
them.
like,
Okay.
if you have a good batch of coles, if
Tom Cole. It's spelled Kole. Some Cole.
cole, so it'll actually make your oil like fluorescent orange
Oh,
from the oils from it. Yeah.
okay. Some greasy butts, man.
That's the fire. That's the fire.
That's the good one, you. But
in all seriousness,
with all that flavor, right? You fry it crispy, it actually tastes like bacon.
Okay.
Yeah, so they call it the bacon of the sea.
So
Like,
it
yeah.
crisps up like
crispy,
bacon?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so
fried
good.
fish is like a traditional,
Yeah.
I guess, local party dish.
Yeah, very,
Typically, kole, sometimes mininis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I see a lot of manini, but yeah, not cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Gotta be careful when I see
sadly,
that.
we've been seeing the lack of a kole. I mean, oh my god, the lack.
The lack
I was
of
talking
a...
about kole. I meant.
Oh, cold is on my mind.
Booty. But anyway, there is a lack of kole on Oahu.
Well, yeah,
which-
because it is a fish that's like harvested a lot. Like Big Island get choked, and then the spot
That's why
big
when
guy
we're
gets
on
choked.
Kauai,
Big kind
we're
too.
stoked to shoot them.
they actually have
Big
one.
badonkadonks.
They actually have one called King Kole.
What?
So they're the only ones in the state of Hawaii
Extra crispy.
that are known to have the King Koles.
Yeah,
Okay.
bigger.
Yeah. So
That's kind of what we thought in Kauai. Those are the king koles because they're so big. But I guess
This is gonna
they're
be a
just
real.
left
This
out
is gonna be
there
a real.
because it has Cigatera.
so big.
Yeah, it's gonna be so big.
We clapped them real quick.
So the ones in the wall, the ones in the Big Island.
Which we gotta sample some of that.
Those are slappers, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, stamp 'em, boo. But yeah, so we actually caught Cigatera from Kole, which is not a known fish to carry it, right? But from what we heard from some of the locals in that area,
sucks.
there's like, oh, that whole area will get them. It's like, oh, they even caught one from on Kumu. And Kumu is like one of the highest priced fish in Hawaii.
Part of the goatfish family. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's why a lot of local divers nowadays is like they have that stigma, oh, don't shoot the roys because they carry the Cigatera. I mean, they'll shoot it because, you know, they want to say, oh, help saving the
I
reef
mean, that's
one
what,
at a time.
what everyone's been saying, but
Yeah.
from, you know, the people that have been interacting with us, I don't think we've heard of a case where someone got Cigatera from a Roy.
Yeah.
Like everyone has
Oh,
been
really?
telling us that it's been from like goats or...
Because Roy, you think Roy is a grouper. Grouper is like
And that was like the
Yeah.
main fish everyone was talking about like in the, I guess, 90s, early...
early 2000s, yeah.
Early
2000s.
2000s.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, it's because of they had a test
Yeah, that
during that time, but they haven't put money or tests into it since then. In that time, it was like a
even the
concentration of stuff.
yeah, even the test is too expensive. It's not even accurate, so they don't even run those tests anymore.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then,
actually, UH I think had like they were working a program to make tests for Cigatera, but I guess the
Interesting.
process was too expensive for commercial use. So yeah, I guess
yeah,
They just scrapped the project.
yeah, it's, yeah,
I
no,
mean,
no
it
need.
seems like a really important thing.
Risk
you know,
and
like,
reward, baby.
especially restaurants and stuff.
Well,
Like,
especially if they live in Kauai. You know what I mean?
well, I mean, we've also heard of like local fishermen selling Roys and stuff to local restaurants,
Yeah.
and you know, like everyone's
I've
all
seen-
good.
53 by the sea.
I don't know who gets it, but I know Chinatown gets a lot of that.
Oh.
I've actually seen them in some of the local fish markets in Mahu. They have
Okay.
like section with the Roys, and you know, like I was saying earlier, it's like it's a grouper, and grouper is a highly priced fish all around the world. Right? It's like some
Good
like
meat.
yeah, really good meat, soft, flaky. Like I would even compare it to uhu. Right? It has that same soft, flaky. Like probably even a little bit
Yeah,
more of
fluffy, maybe. Or
more
something.
fluffy than uhu. So that's a very delicious. I've been eating that fish my whole life. You know, I never got Cigatera once until we even go Kauai and eat all
And we
these
got from the
coles.
kole, like
All these coles.
most basic fish too.
Yeah. So I mean, with
I
that,
mean, it shows, you know, like
so like even with
Yeah.
our channel, like we've done a few dishes with Roy, and everyone kind of gives us like a feedback. Oh, you Cigatera, the Cigatera. Like no, we never got Cigatera. We got some good dishes, you know. We made some good snacks with it, you know. But thank you for your concern. Right?
it's one of those things. It's a lack of information, you know. Like,
Yeah.
There's a study that was valuable, like 20 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
And then since then, all the uncles are saying, "Don't get this, get that." So you know, word of mouth.
It's
Oh,
a stigma that got passed
misinformation.
down. Yeah.
But you know,
Got
Island's
passed
not
down.
word of mouth, so uncles, you know, provide information. And so like the past, I
Well, they
guess,
heard
10
they
years,
heard it from someone else,
yeah.
and they're like, "No,
Everyone,
fuck
yeah,
that."
the past
you know
10
what I mean?
years, everyone's been saying, "Oh, don't, you know, Roy's the one that gets sick."
That's
Just
the
kind of
one.
like barracuda, you know, some of those predatory fish. But like he said, from our experience, you know, we've only got it from Cole, and we've been eating Roy for a while. He's been eating it for his whole life.
Yeah. And then like most cases this past 10 years has been coming from Uluas. And how much Ulua fishermen you know?
Yeah, that's like the prize,
right?
The prize.
And then like what do Uluas eat? The same thing Roy's eat. They eat the same. They have the same diet, you know.
Like people chirp out like barracudas. They say hi and sig, but I mean, wouldn't they have just as much as like Uluas, all the other predatory fish?
Yeah.
You
So
know?
like we're here to like kind of debunk that stigma. Is it's not really the species of fish. It's more area based. Like for Oahu, our area base was Reef Runway for a very long time. Like all the fish from Reef Runway. That's one way by the airport.
Okay.
So over there, like people stayed away from fish, and then I'm guessing over the past 10 years the cases went down, so people are like going back over there.
Oh, okay.
And then there's some spots in Maui, right? Everyone has their own little hot spot, right? Don't get fish from this area, right? So I mean, it's area based, not species based, because
ask the locals first.
Yeah.
Which we tried to do, but we failed on that instance where we caught it.
Nah, it was a good experience though. I mean, like.
I mean, like better, but we just kind of winged it.
I mean, it sucked. It really sucked, but I'm kind of glad I went through that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
it's all education.
yeah,
at that
exactly.
And, yeah, it's a whole learning process. Like people say, if you get it, then you're not supposed to eat fish after it because they're reactivated. But ever since then, we kind of took a break about a month, maybe less. But then we started eating again, and the
For me, it
symptoms.
was like about a week.
The symptoms haven't really been there, but we did
He's
have
like, nah, screw over
we did
it.
have like a mild case of it. But yeah, I mean,
I was eating
there's
fish
horror
right
stories
after.
of people getting it so bad.
Yeah, that sucks.
No,
That sounds brutal.
it's just how your body reacts to it. Just like anything, you know. Some people catch COVID, they just feel sick. Some people catch COVID, they almost die. You know, like I was dying when I got COVID.
Oh,
Yeah, ciguatera, you can't cook it off.
Yeah.
There's no way to defeat it, I guess.
Yeah, if it has it, it has it. If you know, what I mean,
Some
there's no way.
locals with big fish, they give some of the meat to like a cat or their cat or dog.
Oh,
And
shoot.
I mean, it's like a local, test theory thing. Like, give it to your animal, and if they eat it, then it's good. If they don't want it, then it's probably toxic.
Yeah.
But I mean,
The dog don't want to eat, like, taste so
Yeah,
weird.
they can-
usually the
taste
cats
it.
can tell, from what I understand. But we don't have cats, so we don't know. I don't know.
We should test this theory. Let's go find that cat.
Yeah, just go White Peel right there.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
to the chickens.
That's Make Park over there. Huh?
Oh yeah,
Here's some of the
there's
chickens,
millions
they
of
eat
cats
them.
over there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a ton of cats.
there's millions over
Right
there.
there, make a video right there.
Yeah.
With peanut butter, slap them on there.
The
There's
peanut
some
butter.
Zippy's chili.
Some Zippy too.
Hey man, I don't know. I feel like
Extra
the peanut
beans.
butter's got to be
Extra
there.
beans.
That stuff's good. I'm in disbelief.
Off topic.
Yeah.
So how'd you guys meet? You know what I mean? You guys met at school or?
Yeah, so we went to school together. He actually graduated with my older sister, Milani 04.
Okay.
And then
I'm
Milani
Milani 04.
Milani 07. So we
Kylo High School, 2010.
Oh.
Right? Young boy.
Uncle T. Oh man, so like we knew of each other, but we didn't start hanging out till like a few years after. But he had his own clique, I had my own clique, and we
Mutual
kind of
friends, though,
yeah,
but
we had mutual friends. We kind of kept in touch throughout the years. And then there was when I was getting to training seriously, like I competed kickboxing and MMA for many years. And then and he helped me do a couple edits with my training and stuff. So I already knew he was good at that. And then there was a couple of times where we went diving together. And then like, I don't know, every time I call him, he's like, oh, I'm like, go with you because he's so good. Like,
No. Like, I invite you, you invite me, and then it just wasn't the right time.
I'm
here
gonna
and
go
there.
diving. It's like for like a long time, I was trying to link up with
I
these
don't know, we
guys.
bounced back and forth for like a year to try to link up.
Right,
but-
so we kept in touch throughout the years. So we've actually known each other for about 15 years, right, since high school and stuff. And then
off and on different projects.
And then when I pitched him that idea, then everything just kind of clicked. And then it was just with his expertise, my expertise, and we just kind of ran with it. And yeah, and then
Yeah, because I knew and he knew we've been trying to create, something for a while, like in our own rights, but together. But I guess, right before we started Fish N Grillz, everything started clicking a little bit more. And then,
Yeah, I just went forward with it.
yeah.
So when you guys do collabs with people, oh, sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say that's kind of like what I'm like stoked about is our yin and yang kind of thing,
Yeah.
That's what helps
Like-
us going.
As far as a partnership for what we're doing, like it kind of works together. He's, you know, more of the diver and cook, and I'm more like the digital media guy.
Yeah, I tell him just edit your life. Just edit. I'll do everything else. You know, I'll catch the fish, I'll cook it, I'll do everything else I need to do. Just film and edit. That's all you have to do. You know, so we have that, you know, that understanding that mutual understanding. It's like, you do you, boo. I do me, and then let's make
He's
this.
an extroverted introvert, and I'm an introverted extrovert. Something like that. And it kind of swirls around and makes sense.
Make one purple.
But hybrid, I don't know.
Make one
Yes.
Our superpower somewhere in there.
You guys ever get so when you guys ever do like collabs and stuff like that, you guys ever worry like the people you bring on the show, like, oh, you know, you don't even know like what kind of people they are? Like you see them, like you see them in a limelight, like on the camera, like, because this happened to me before too. Like there was someone I met, like in person, but like on camera, I was like, oh wow, she's like super like energetic, she's really outgoing. You meet her, she's fucking on her phone, just fucking to herself,
I mean,
sitting there, just like, I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
That's something I get, you know, dabbling in the digital media world for a while. And me being an awkward personality, you know, like,
Nah.
I was gonna vibe a little bit, you know.
I think that's one thing that works, cause I don't act, you know. I think that's why, like, when people do run into me in public and stuff, like I'm like easier approachable, because like so like the way I act in public is how I act on the show. So you know, like even like when we do bring people on a show, like I still act myself, and then like it makes, you know, other people comfortable. So it's like it becomes easier. It's like, and then a couple of our collabs we actually went to school with, like brother Jeffrey. Yeah, we went to school together. So he was that was easy. You know, it was like, oh, like we're boys again, like how we was in high school. Yeah, we was staying on in high school too. So, you know, stuff like that.
It's good to locally
shout out to brother
too.
Jeffrey.
Yeah, I mean, we got some guys coming out of Milani too, but I mean, local collabs is where it's at for sure.
Yeah, Milani boys making noise, you know.
Bring on BJ Penn. Huh?
Oh yeah, I actually work at BJ Penn.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, UFC. Yeah, met them. They're cool. Yeah, he's cool.
He's a cool guy, yeah.
Yeah, I work with his brother, Jay Penn. Yeah, he's a jiu-jitsu instructor over there.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
You never told me that. Shoot. I think he was more of a well. So the funny story about all of them, I don't even know if I should tell this on camera, but because BJ Penn is the third son.
Yeah.
Right. But the ones before him were JD Penn. So the oldest is JD Penn.
Yeah, they're all J Penn. Yeah.
They're all JD Penn. Well, except for the last one.
Oh, okay.
But but then even BJ Penn is JD Penn as well.
Oh,
but
okay.
they call him like BBJ.
Oh,
That's
BJ.
Yeah, BJ.
Yeah.
But he's still JD Penn. So for the first
Oh.
three, they're all JD Penn.
Yeah, we went to school with three Teddies. All brothers.
For real?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Not even. How do you even tell them apart then? When is Theodore?
I don't know.
Wait, when they go, hey.
Parents just like, oh, you have any ideas?
One,
Let's just
two,
go.
and three.
Let's just go down again.
I'm so sorry, BJ. But like, you know, like for graduations, they go like, hey, Teddy, you know, come get your diploma, right? All of them gonna come up at the same time.
No, they're different ages. I think
Okay.
one was your age, one was my age, and one was a little bit younger. So,
See, imagine if they were in the same class and they all graduated.
triplets too, yeah.
Yeah, all triplets.
They'll dominate.
All play football.
That was
All
thing
offensive
one.
line, offensive line right there.
Thing 1, thing 2, and thing 3, yeah.
Some collaboration.
Number 2.
Smash 'em.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So what's next for you guys? Like, you know, going future and, you know, with the projects and collabs.
There's a lot we haven't even really tapped into from, like, even when we first started, all the ideas and everything that, like, we haven't even reached half of the ideas that we have, which is good, right? As much as we accomplished till now, we haven't even done half of the things we actually planned out. Like, there's a side channel I want to do, hike and dine.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So we haven't. I'm not a hiker. I don't like heights. Like,
Yeah, it's more my scene out there.
You guys can switch roles.
I mean, Malcolm McKay, right?
yeah, I'm terrified of heights. So that's like hiking rates, but I mean that's and then want to go more into like fitness stuff too, right? So I'm actually be getting back into the ring soon.
Oh,
so
nice.
I want to go to like, you know, food and fish and fitness, right? So there's a lot of that too, and then you know, future collabs and stuff, and expanding the channel in that way, shape, or form. So I mean, his ideas is.
There's a lot of possibilities.
Right,
the idea was for us to create the foundation, over the first year or two, create a brand over multiple platforms. And then now we're in the stage where we want to start reaching out, collabing more, especially with the podcast with you and everyone else too. But yeah, this year we're going to be doing more collabs.
Yeah, more adventure stuff. And then we've been tapping into the comedy scene too.
We've been
trying.
Every now and again, you want to experiment on the format, when things kind of get stale or whatever, learn new stuff. So yeah, we've been trying to be a little more comedy and dabble more into fun fish facts. We call it F3s, fun fish facts. So like information-based stuff and then comedy.
Yeah, so more educational and stuff, more collabs, and then with the amount of different ethnicities in Hawaii too, there's so much different dishes and different textures and flavors that we haven't really been tapped to. Like, the ones that we've done so far were just locally the ones that I knew of, right? The stuff that
some of the basics.
Yeah, most of the basics that I've learned over the years.
Grilled, fried, steam.
Yeah, and then there's like Thai dishes or Vietnam dishes, like this. Yeah.
We've got so much more to explore.
Yeah.
Especially in Hawaii with the melting pots of culture and all this kind of stuff.
As when it comes to cooking, you never really run out of ideas. You just run out of information. So with that, just getting more information on certain dishes and different styles,
experimenting.
Yeah, you can take one fish and make it into 20 different flavors.
Ideas, infinity, and to beyond.
Yeah.
There's so much variations of cultural dishes around the world, what we have here, etc.
So we've had a few people out there. So what is gonna happen? You guys run out of ideas, and we just tell them, "Oh, we will let you know when that happens." Right? This we haven't even reached there.
We're trying to take it slowly but surely, but also experiment, learn, adapt, adjust, all that kind of stuff.
And then some of our big goals, I would say, right? So what's next is more expansion, right? Some of our big goals, right? We want to actually get into maybe lunch truck or restaurants, maybe eventually open up a bar and stuff like that. Traveling,
island hopping, different locations, and then international.
Yeah, Australia,
exactly.
New Zealand.
We have some fans in Guam and Australia that's been hitting us up. Even Japan, we have some fans in Philippines and Saipan.
So when we got time, we'll try to make some good content.
Yeah, it's crazy where where some of our fans come from. It's like Malaysia, watching us from Malaysia, right on. Yeah, let's put that on the spot next week. So there's a lot of good fishing countries out there that we want to go visit. Japan's big on my list right now. Heard the sushi's good.
I've never been to Japan yet. So
let's go then.
Yeah,
let's go.
Bring the peanut butter too.
Bring some more colas too.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Bring some more colas up there.
Greasy colas.
Turn your oil orange.
It's gonna be black after that. Sorry for the cut, guys. We were just shishi nine break. Just joking. No, we're not going 9-9 yet, bro. We're staying awake here. But thank you guys for coming here on the show. I want to do one segment though, because you guys were talking about comedy. We were talking, and you guys been doing a lot of reaction videos. So I actually have just a few videos that I want to see if you can just react to them. So I don't know if you guys can see it here. Okay, so this one is by Fisher Benny. This is him on his work boat. He's a big time fisherman. You know one of those big fisher.
Yeah, the charter boats.
Yeah. So.
You wonder if I get many bruises at work. The answer is yes, too many.
I would die already. Oh!
The guy did a double jump.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's not very fun, man. I would get so sick.
Bro, look at this one though.
Like he had some wheelies on.
Bro, that guy got cleaned out, bro.
Gravity left the chat.
Oh yeah, that's why I don't go on boats, man.
There was that one where his I mean, this one tripped me out when he was. Yeah, I'll show you guys. When his foot came off the ground, like right here. Boom!
You know, he had no traction.
Yeah. And then right here, I don't know, like that's like space training right there, you know what I mean? Like you go into
It's like the trampoline, something.
Yeah.
Inertia, or whatever.
this guy
Science.
he's gonna be the next Neil Armstrong, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
I've actually been on a boat where it's like 5 to 7 foot sets.
For real.
And so like the rock behind it, there's like you're working your calves the whole time.
Oh,
right, to
shoot.
keep the balance. So after like 1 hour, both calves are just like on fire. So a lot of these fishermen probably got strong calves because the balance. Oh, that's nuts. Yeah.
A lot of people don't know this about me, but I get seasick, motion sickness super easy.
Oh.
It's a weird thing, is part is like fishermen and stuff like that.
Oh,
but
okay.
It's really hard for me to go on a boat. I get really seasick unless I plan it just right.
Oh, that's nuts.
And if the water is like super murky and I can't see the ground, I start getting sick and all that kind of stuff. But working on it.
Yeah.
Hopefully it can get better.
Oh, here's a fun fact. I'm allergic to octopus.
No, yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, sheesh.
Risk and
Highly
reward,
allergic.
baby.
Yeah, highly allergic. I still eat them though.
Even if you like you just touch it,
Yeah.
you get
I'll get itchy all over.
It's
dang.
slime,
Yeah,
you
so like
get
all
fires.
the scenes you see on, I'm suffering after cut. after I eat it, like
Like
I
take you to some Benadryl or something like that, maybe.
yeah, Benadryl. Yeah, drink plenty of water. Yeah,
Oh shoot, that's
Yeah.
crazy. I don't think I've ever met someone allergic to octopus before.
and lobster. Yeah,
Oh, and lobster.
I
Oh,
think
okay.
because I'm
Like a
like
shellfish thing or a
yeah,
slime
could be
or something?
probably a shellfish thing, but yeah, I still eat taco.
Moderation.
Just on the Benadryl. Huh?
yeah, just down them.
Well, I mean, you got the taco championship at 1 year, and you got the tattoo for
and,
that.
then, and then you suffered after. I'm like,
Yes.
oh, shit.
Then you gonna jump off my arm after.
Just eat them.
All right, here's the next video. This is by Hideshi Izu. He's actually he's kind of a bigger time fisherman, or he does a lot of diving videos on TikTok.
Okay.
So he doesn't sound like he's from Japan though. So
Oh.
shout outs to you, man.
Right off the bat, this guy shoots a yellowfin tuna with a pole spear, and the nearby shark immediately goes after him. He pushes it away with his
Two
bare
sharks.
hand, and the shark decides that the tuna looks like an easier meal. The diver swims to the surface and begins to pull up the tuna that had swam away. And at this point, the first shark has brought a friend. Now being circled
some
by
deep
two
water
sharks,
problems.
the diver
Yep.
tries to secure the tuna by grabbing the tail. The tuna still has
That's
so much
scary.
energy and tries to swim away once again. Smelling all that blood in the water,
been
the
in that
sharks
position
begin to
before.
frenzy, taking turns
You can
going
grab
in
by
for
the
bites,
tail,
but
they
the
get the
diver
razors
manages to
on top.
push them away each time. The diver tries to grab the tuna once again, and it becomes a struggle getting it under control. He wrestles this tuna on the surface, and in doing so,
Help!
he gets
Where's
the
himself
boat?
floating all of his float line. Now he's dealing with two
Still can't
sharks
grab
that
him.
might just bite his arm off. 150-pound tuna going crazy right next
Yeah, at
to
this
him,
point,
all
you know, if
while
you're like-
trying to stay above the surface to breathe,
survive, I don't
tangled in
know.
a ton of float line. If this isn't ridiculous
those
enough,
things
what
work for
happens
life.
next is absolutely
Yeah, you get tangled
insane.
up
One
in
of the
your
sharks
line.
goes in for a bite, misses, and
Tail
then
starts
goes for the
flopping, cut
diver's
you.
face, only to be met with a nasty left hook.
Yep, see?
The
Diver frantically waves over his boat for help and gets back
Only
to
now.
work. He finally gets one of his dive knives out, stabs the shark that comes too close, brains the tuna, stabs
Wow.
the other shark, and moments
Wow,
later looks up
he's
to
got
see
some
his
action,
boat.
man.
With
That's crazy.
adrenaline pumping in his veins, he throws the tuna on board
just
as
like
if it were a
Florida?
baby, and then hops on the
Florida
boat,
man.
lucky to be
Maybe
alive.
Florida.
Florida man.
Oh, that better be the best tasting sashimi ever. It's
Right,
almost
he
costing my
stabbed a
life.
couple sharks with a knife too. That's
Yeah, so one time I went Colina, I was coming back in, the water was murky. I had like a nice stringer, so I was keeping it close. I looked down, maybe like a 10, 12 foot hammerhead. I'm like, hey, I see you, I see you. I mean, they're not known to be too aggressive, but you know, they still, you know, big boys, you know. So, okay, I see them. When I turn around, another one came right above my shoulder, and these two hammerheads started circling me all the way back to shore.
Hey.
And like I had some good fish on my floater, so I had the floater right here, and they're like coming closer and closer, and I'm like, "You try to get my fish, I'm gonna stab some of you, but better stay away." Right, but oh yeah, two sharks circling you. Yeah, it's a different,
not
yeah,
fun.
it's
Doesn't
a
sound fun
different
at
feeling. Yeah, maybe like
And he was wrapped up too. That guy was all.
yeah,
Like,
tangled
entangled.
up. Yeah.
and I don't know where his boat was, but it seemed far away.
Yeah.
And I asked for help like afterwards. I don't know.
I don't know. And then only for one tuna, you know what I mean? Like 150-pound tuna. You know?
Only 150 pounds. Bro, 150 pounds can slice your jugular vein real quick. Just come by, whoop,
Yep.
or in your hand, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy risked it, but he got him.
Yeah.
I don't know if he got onto the boat because they saw him throw the tuna on, but you know what I mean? Like,
It's like the marlin. You've seen some clips of like, you know, swordfish with the nose and stuff.
yeah.
Like they shoot them, but then they come around, and like one guy got poked in his leg or whatever. But
Oh.
I don't know. Like the bigger the fish are, I don't want to mess with them.
Yeah.
They got some power.
Stab you.
Yeah, it's just not worth it, I think. You know what I mean? Like, your life is more worth it.
Yeah, no
You know,
fish is
definitely.
worth it. Like, that's why I want to dive shallow. Yeah, even like the shallow water blackout, it can happen in a second, you know. Coming up, just sleep, you know. So that's why I always stick shallow. And, you know, I've had some friends that like drag me deep. I'm like, you know,
Yeah,
I stick
shadow water blackout is a big deal with divers because, like you said, it could happen to anyone in like shallow waters too. Deep waters doesn't matter.
Every trying to challenge myself, trying to shoot these moves. You gotta
Just
be
that day, you
stove
could
for
be
shooting
weak,
one of
you
those
know,
guys.
just enough to like pass you out. So that's why it's always good to have a partner when you can. It's recommended.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, not like this guy. He was by himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, he probably is diving shallow from now on. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's like, screw this, bro. You know? All right, next video. This is by Mr. Timothy Burt from Hawaii. All
Okay.
right.
Oh, this guy. No, yeah.
Hey, mahalo auntie for inviting me to this potluck, okay? Hey, I gotta go grab some stuff in the Yoda real quick, but check this out, Right here. Katsu, fried rice,
What?
karaage,
Yep.
What?
tempura,
Potluck.
What?
pork hash,
What?
meat jun,
What?
kimchi, what else? Chicken heka, malasadas, let's go, baby.
Steamed
Tortilla
fish, fried
cheesecake,
fish.
ube cookies, what?
What?
Yeah, I'll be back, I'll be back.
Exactly.
Hey, thanks for inviting me to this potluck. Yeah, I have to go grab some stuff from the Prius. What did I bring?
gotta be Prius.
I brought some potato chips.
Oh, bro, the potato chips.
With the salsa, some guacamole.
You probably didn't even bring sausage, just potato chips. Huh?
Nah, you probably give me a tray of peanut butter jelly sandwiches.
Oh,
Just the peanut butter.
sashimi on the side. Of it, bro.
Peanut butter sashimi. Bingo.
But that's the kind. I mean, like, you go to parties, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta like, local parties. You know what I mean? You gotta load them up. There's some parties I go to. This like one charcuterie board,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, bro, that's not enough for like 20
How do you
people.
say that?
know?
Yeah.
Charcuterie?
Charcuterie, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it.
I don't
but
even know.
I've
I
heard
was
it.
struggling.
My friend calls it charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie board.
Charcuterie.
Yeah, I like that one.
Charcuterie. Yeah. Oh,
Bro,
fun stuff.
I mean, those things are so small. It's like, what? You get nuts.
snacks, yeah, like
Yeah, snacks, boo.
Yeah. And then I'm just kind of like, I'm going to go McDonald's after. You know what I mean? I'm not-
Where the fries at? You know what I mean? At least. Yeah.
Potluck, we'll come up with some fried fish, steamed uhu.
Yeah, that's like
Zippy
that bougie.
chili.
Yeah, that's bougie.
Some
Yeah.
smoked twelve. I don't know, all kind.
Zippy chili, you know what I mean?
Extra
peanut
peanut
butter.
butter.
Smooth it. Put some
You
sour
already,
cream
you
in
already
there.
know we're the peanut butter boys.
Peanut butter boys.
Oi, come sample.
The PP boys. PP boys.
It's like the Tootsie Roll. Like, how many licks does it take to get to the bottom of the peanut butter? I don't know what.
How much legs takes you?
No, never mind. We're going too deep now.
No, too deep.
Oh,
At least not going too
get
deep
out that
enough.
alcohol.
Not going deep enough with alcohol.
Well, gotta write it down.
Oh, what might catch sting you?
Aye.
All right, this is from two Hawaiians, and this is Danny and Noah. Shout outs to you guys. They're on TikTok. So
Right on.
You shall forget
Oh, yeah.
direction to
Seen this.
Nana Valley.
Yeah.
You get okay, you go straight, yeah? You go straight to Kahala Kalahala. Then you go take a left to Kahini Kalahala. Then you go right.
sounds like he's drowning.
Ehokolo. And then you go left. Then you go straight down to Kahala Kalahala. Then you
That's
go,
how it
You
is.
turn back. And then yeah. That's all.
The fuck?
What? Trying to make fun of my race? Cause.
But it's like telling some, like trying to speak the local
feet, yeah.
towns, like, oh,
Make your feet.
Milani Kaneoe, Manolo, Okole, blah, blah, blah. Someone, trying to talk Hawaiian, but you just know all that kind of stuff.
Growing up, it wasn't about the street names. Like, you gotta go left at the mango tree.
Yeah.
And then go right by Walmart. And then take on U-turn by the dog sitting on the side of the street,
You see the guy,
the red fence, turn left.
See the guy with the eye patch on?
You
gotta go right. You gotta go right. Take one right.
Ask him or whatever.
And then veer left, small kind, and then you're right there.
Yeah, get the little bush over there. Go
Hawaiian
right by the bush.
The Hawaiian Google.
Yeah.
Yeah, growing up, it's the same thing. It's
That's
like,
all landmarks, yeah.
Yeah, well, we had Mango Man in Kailua, so hey, shout out to Mango Man.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him for a long
this
time.
guy. This and that.
But I always tell people like going down like what is that street? Hamakua. Like if you see Mango Man, you're on the right path. You know what I mean? But,
Oh, you never seen him? Oh, okay, you're on the wrong street, guy. Go turn around.
See the guy with the big dreads? He has one walker. Yeah, that's Mango Man right
The
there.
usual.
But yep. Thank you guys. Yeah, that's
Raja.
so. Hey, but once again, I want to thank you guys for coming on the show and talking your story with us. You know what I mean? It was good times. You know.
Yeah, we
Sure,
had a
man.
blast.
Good
We had a
times,
blast.
hey.
We had a
Good
blast.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys want to give out any shout outs or you guys want to talk about your brand, how people can find you guys on IG, YouTube?
Well, yeah, so there's a lot of the people who's been with us from the beginning. It was like, Kai Spurs, La Marana Spices, Cotton Woods. There's guys who supported us. Even like when we wasn't even, that big, there's like, they saw the potential. It's like, hey, we support you guys, whatever you guys need and stuff. And, we just like to thank all of our supporters. Without the supporters, we wouldn't have the motivation, like, even out, you see us out in public, we appreciate the shout out, like run up to us, we enjoy that. That feeds our motivation every time, like, just running to the store. Hey, I watch you guys, like, it means more than you guys think. When people recognizes us and they tell us how much they support us and they enjoy watching us, like, it makes us feel so good. And it's constant reminders on why we keep doing what we're doing, because we still deal with life, we still deal with issues, and there's a lot of stuff on our plate, but these little reminders throughout the day, throughout the week, is like, okay, we gotta keep going. So even like you bringing us on here is like that, like another reminder. Is like we're heading in the right path. We get to sit in front of you, this handsome brother over here.
It's always good to
I'm
collaborate.
okay.
It's always good to collaborate with local entrepreneurs too.
Right. So just it's the constant reminders that we're heading the right direction. Just gotta just push through the elements, and we're gonna get to where we need to get to one day.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Yeah. So again, I appreciate you having us, and hopefully we can cook some fish for you soon.
Yeah, man. Peanut butter, man. I'm ready for
With
On
some
the next
extra
episode.
large ocoles.
the king of Kool-Aid, man.
Orange oil, yeah. The oily oils.
The good stuff.
The
Extra
COVID
rice.
fish, some COVID fish too. No.
Extra rice.
On the next episode.
Yeah.
You want to say anything, Caleb?
No, I guess that's about it, man. It's really cool to be a part of this, and glad to share a story. Glad to collaborate with locals as well. It's good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the whole thing, like, why I'm doing, like, what I'm doing. Because, like, gotta get local voices out there. You know what I mean? I mean, there's people that do, like, there's the news that they do, like, segments on some people, but it's only, like, 5 minutes.
Yeah,
You know what
not
I mean?
in depth.
Yeah, and then there's, like, a lot of the entrepreneurs out there, there's, like, so much more stories to them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, like, when you have something like this, it's a longer platform to, like, really flesh out ideas and really get people talking, you know what I mean? And then really get the story straight,
Yeah. And
Create a
then,
conversation, explore it, expand,
and
right?
even from the beginning, we all said, like, we flow together, we grow together, just our island is so small. There's so much talented people in here, and then just being able to help each other grow to the masses is what we're all about. We gotta show the talent that we can provide from Hawaii. A lot of good-looking, handsome, talented guys on this island. You know what I mean? So,
Definitely, yeah. Some hammers, you know
some
what I mean?
hammers, So yeah, just gotta get out there. Just keep going, keep flowing.
Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, thank you guys for coming on the show. I mean, yeah, represent, you know what I'm saying? And if you guys want to check them out, you can just Google Fish and Grillz, honestly. Fish,
Yep.
and then N, letter N, and then Grills.
With the
We're,
Z.
With the
yeah,
Z.
We're big on YouTube and Instagram,
Yep.
but yeah, Fish N Grillz with a Z. You guys are doing all that.
But yeah, if you Google them, you can see that they're videos are already highlighted on Google, like for YouTube, and then you can check them out on IG as well. Do you guys post on TikTok a lot too?
Recently, trying to go more into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you catch them on the comedy scene, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
as well.
trying to expand.
And then shout out to Hoy creators as well as Hoy entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Good community.
Thank you guys for bringing everybody together, like myself and then Caleb and Chevy here. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for bringing us here together and
Big things coming.
Yeah, big things coming. Supporting Hoy entrepreneurs, so that's super cool. But everybody knows at the end of the show, we always do a Kampai because that's how we do it.
Yeah.
We always got to finish off. So
Well,
here's to you guys. So here's to your YouTube channel as well as your future endeavors and whatever you guys are gonna do in the future, especially for comedy or fitness and fishing. You know what I'm saying? Like
a lot of possibilities.
a lot of possibilities. So you know what? Good luck to you guys.
Grow together.
See you on the next
together.
episode, guys.
Bye. Yeah. Peanut butter. You know what I mean?
That peanut butter though.
Peanut butter,
boys.
And seen it.